Welcome everyone. I'm still having a little trouble with my equipment, so hopefully nothing dies on me. And I have a 6-deck twin flame read I was guided to do today. And we're actually going to pull a card from the Messages of Love for the 7th deck. Okay, so we'll do that first. And I have a couple other of the messages of the day for you. We'll see how long we last here. This is the first read on the table. Sorry about that. Okay. So the decks that we're using here is the SIRIAN Starseed that I usually use for the main read. We have the Tarot of Sexual Magic. We have the Fortunes Oracle. This is the Universal Golden. We have the Numerology deck over there. And what am I missing here? Oh, and of course the Rider-Waite Mini over here. Yep. All right, now I've already done some clearing. I wanted to light the candles too. Let me light the candles real quick, because I forgot to do that before I started. Let's put some candles in here. So how are you all doing today? Today is the 20th. Of October. Let's see if I can get that in there a little bit better. Maybe not. That's all right. Okay. So I was meditating just a little bit prior to the video, which we started at 6:40, which is the Lovers and the Page of Cups, which is very innocent energy. And my inner child was giving me this picture. I couldn't figure it out initially. It looked like this, like somebody was rubbing their nose, all right? So that's the first message. Somebody's rubbing their nose. So if that means something to you, that's coming up. And it was coming up as a man, but I couldn't figure it out because it seemed to be like that Mario character kind of energy was coming up again. But then when I waited, I asked her, who are you trying to show me? Because this was a guy, it was a character, but who was rubbing their nose? And then all of a sudden, this guy, he's like a Mario character. He's got a big belly, and he's, like that kind of big mustache energy. And kind of, a messy guy who's just hanging out, doesn't care what he looks like. And all of a sudden, his nose started growing. So it was showing me Pinocchio, but as a man. And his nose was, he was lying. His nose was growing, but he was rubbing his nose. It wasn't long initially, but then when she was showing me who it was, she was showing me it was Pinocchio as an older man. Really funny. All right, so whatever that means to you, it may mean something specific to you. We're going to do this read on the table first, and I don't want to forget the dice too. Where's my die here? And then we'll get into the other reads. All right, so let's roll the die first. Take a few deep breaths on your own if you'd like to. For the Twin Flames, this October 20th, 2023. Okay, we have the number 2, which is the Divine Feminine. It's also the High Priestess or Higher Self. That's the Pisces energy, but it's also February, so there can be some Aquarius energy there as well. We have the Moon here, which of course is usually Cancer energy. And of course, we're right in between the eclipses right now. And then we have the energy of Gemini here, which is also like the Roman numeral 2. So we have like 2 and 2 on either side with the moon between. And that's very feminine energy on both sides, escorting the moon. So Cancer, Gemini, and Pisces. And they're all mutable. That's unusual to have all three. No, I'm sorry, Cancer's not mutable. What was I saying that I thought? So Gemini and Pisces are definitely mutable, and Cancer is cardinal in the middle. Cardinal gave, a message came up the other day with cardinal in it. trying to remember what it was, but I can't think of the whole thing. There's something significant about that. The hawks have been coming up too. I do stretches in the morning out on the back deck, and sometimes I'll be inspired to do some creative dance, and the hawks have been inspiring me to dance with them. They come and circle around my house, and if they see me imitating them, they stick around for a bit. And then today there were 5 hawks. Yesterday, the day before, and then today there was 1 hawk, and I started imitating him. And when I was kind of bored of imitating, I didn't say anything. I just say, I think I don't want to do this anymore. But the hawk flew away on his own right at that moment. So it's so cool to connect with that energy. So let's see what the messages of love has for you guys. Today's Friday, the 20th. The 20 is the Judgment energy. And today added up to the 37, which is the King of Cups and unconditional love, the 3 keys of alchemy. And you can read my Instagram messages about that. I think I posted 3 of them today. Very cool messages that came up today, so check them out. Listen to them or read them with the music. There's definitely some activation there. All right, so messages of love for the twin flames today, this October. All right, we have unavailable. This person is unable to give you all you deserve, and everything happens for a reason, acceptance. And then we have strictly sexual. This has been coming up for a lot of different signs here. This connection is passionate but not enduring. And then obsession, someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. And children are an important part of this relationship. But you can expect the apology that you want to hear, and it's safe for you to make the move that you're considering in a leap of faith. You can be completely vulnerable with this person. So, and then lean on your inner circle at this time. So interference is in the underlying energy. An external party is intruding on this relationship, which may be the reason why this is coming up here. Okay, there's some kind of interference from an external party here. So let's see what this read was coming up with. It was very interesting the way the read came up too. You can see the lead cards up there. We have the Ace of Swords behind there with the Wounded Warrior, 9 of Wands, the Page of Wands, and then the Ace of Wands. But the aces, both of those aces are reversed in this read, and I'll get to that message as I get through this read. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Lovers coming out last as the guiding energies there. But the Wheel of Fortune came out reversed. The Lovers is upright, as you can see right here. So we have, I cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck here at 9:25, and this was yesterday. And 9 is the Hermit, 25 is the Knight of Wands. And then at 9:48, I finished clarifying, and that is the 48 of the 8 of Cups, walking away and within. And we have the major arcana were Justice, the Guidance card, which is the Hierophant, the Shadow, which is the Devil, the Strength card, and the Higher Self. Higher Self is upright here. Before the read, Luna, or the Moon, and the Wheel came up, and after the read, the Lovers, the Chariot, and Indigo came up. There were 2 Wands, 2 Cups, and 2 Pentacles, so 2, 2, 2. Again, a lot about guidance here. And then we have the Knight of Cups as the main character in the read, and then the Page of Swords came up prior to the read and was coming up as the Queen's Gambit. And I actually watched the Queen's Gambit for the second time, or I haven't finished watching it, but I was watching it last night. 2 2s came up, triple 4s, and 2 6s. Oh, that's interesting from some of the energy I was just doing after this today. The triple 4s are the angelic realm. 66 is the Queen of Pentacles. And 4 is, of course, about stability. And the 46 is the innocent children loving each other, the inner children. The 22 is the Fool taking that leap of faith. So that's the second time that's come up. The code line is all about music and synchronicity. And interesting, too, today. So the code line here started out with S and S, which, normally you would think of SS as Social Security or some other common use. But it was coming up, literally, I'd written 55, and it was coming up as SS. So 55 is the Truth in Excalibur, so that's very significant today. And again, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. And that's why Pinocchio, growing up, was coming up with his nose still growing. He's not telling the whole truth. So the truth to the nth degree, and is coming up as right, straight to source and to the left. So again, the light of the middle, right, more to the feminine side, if there's an error to be made. The 2 coming up here, Sophia security, is also coming up with the SS. And Sophia can be the sine wave, also the salt of the earth, and that security. And again, the 4s are triple 4s today, which is all about safety and security. To the top and a hard left, 2 adept pawns with heart, and God to share their self. The salty Sophia's path, 1 to 2 after death, with ESP, with guidance of the Hierophant, and perhaps a board game to share with urgent self. Also the learning to receive love from source energy, and then to share that with higher self. So again, a little bit of how, the twins come together. They each have to connect, have a strong connection with their own source before they come together as a physical union. We start here with the 2 of Wands in the underlying energy. And for me, that is the twin flame card in this Syrian Starseed deck. That's literally 2 flames on that top big card. And it is upright. And beneath that is the Ace of Cups reversed. After the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the transition card reversed, the 6 of Cups is upright. And then the Moon or Luna came up upright. The Page of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune were reversed, which can reference a Page of Swords child who's acting up. Perhaps they have Libra in their chart. And then the 6 of Wands, which is the journeyman coming in with the news. So the Knight of Pentacles reversed. The Knight of Pentacles reversed, that can be very stubborn energy or resistant or just unable to function. Resisting transition to love with the 6 of Cups soulmate romance with the Page of Swords reversed, who could be slowing down for the journeyman, for the good news to come in. The 2 of Wands is the choice of path or the twin flame here. And US Open was also coming up here. And when I saw US Open, the words, I was getting Sophia, which is why I wrote it down. But when you take the letters of US Open, it's USOP, which is that Sophia energy, but it's also whatever SOP, right? It's an acronym with different meanings. And then EN, which is Jesus Christ energy for me. So there's this Christos Sophia, you, Sophia, and Christ. US Open, us open. So the Queen of Pentacles upright here is given a choice. The 9 of Wands is reversed with the 9 of Cups reversed. To surrender to each other, no longer alone. As the magic man comes up here, as the magician, it's like the magician is the house. Being stable, the house always is more stable, right? They have the advantage. The house, stable, ending an emotional cycle from the past, coming clean or cleaning up, co-creating with the Queen of Pentacles. The Magician with the 4 of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles with the 3 of Pentacles. So there's this energy of the Magician related to the home, and the Queen of Pentacles related to the workplace of co-creation, which is also referencing the Emperor and the Empress. While the Queen of Pentacles is at work, another may be sneaking around in the background here. Perhaps somebody got served or was humbled. Perhaps they got second place, but not the win. With the underlying energy of the angel, the 2 of unity, 34 of the energetic exchange with love, the star, the dream come true, and the 26 of the Page of Wands taking off, with the 9 of the eagle, which also can reference the hermit and the Virgo energy, soars in a romance around the world. With justice, judge, or Libra looks out to sea, the sovereign upright and the Page of Wands reversed, and a need for clarity and inspiration. And I wrote clarity without the L there, so there may be a significance there. Maybe there's some charity here as well. Or to give the Page of Wands a swift kick in the pants to get them going. So 10-4 is also coming up here with the numerology deck, and forgiveness in the underlying energy with synchronicities and music coming up as the cards, 87 and 32. And also SST comes up as the throne, the throne of the two adepts, right? The twin flame energy here. With the Hierophant, which references the master of the hidden house, and then the Four of Cups, which is learning how to receive love from source energy to share with higher self, basically. So the underlying energy at 1103 is partying, perhaps on a date. This could be, too much partying, though. The King of Swords upright with the Knight of Cups reversed. And this could also be a romance here. This also could be a rejection here, or somebody who felt rejected. But now this romance is coming up in the spotlight. With the Two of Wands, notice here too, we have the Two of Wands here, the Two of Wands here, the Queen of Pentacles here, the Queen of Pentacles here, the Moon here, and the Moon here. Like, that never happens. So you literally have the Queen of Pentacles, the Twin Flames, and the Moon here. Times 2. So the Moon, the Two of Wands times 2, the Queen of Pentacles times 2, and the Moon times 2, and forgiveness with personal growth. The recent past is the Three of Wands reversed, looking back, or a visit to the past to detox and celebrate, with the Empress reversed and the King of Pentacles reversed, and the Knight of Cups reversed, who could be an emotional player. Perhaps earning a good reputation to lead the way, preparing to defend themselves or assessing their worth. With the World reversed, the Two of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and the Knight of Swords all reversed in an upside-down world, dropping the act, the facade, or the break in the pattern to start fresh, holding their tongue, or perhaps holding an announcement back. The foundation is the Knight of Cups reversed, with the Ten of Wands and the Six of Swords reversed, the Hermit upright, and the Knight of Swords reversed, as the Knight of Cups reversed is here again, with the burden and need of peace. The Hermit being the Knight of Swords reversed over here. So we also had that with the Knight of Cups, because this big card right here is the Knight of Cups. And it's right above it over there. I don't know if you can see it or not. But the Knight of Cups came up several times too, in a cluster. So we have just the central energy is the Justice card upright. All right, so the energy is about justice, truth of balance and alignment, or a Libra specifically. With the Page of Cups and innocence, perhaps a child, holding on to work, or an emotional child assessing their worth. What is fair? The Fool may be free from the Queen of Cups reversed and the Page of Pentacles reversed. Perhaps they're dead tired of all the pain, or of ending the pain, or a painful ending, or just, struggling in their mind for such a long period of time. The challenge being the Four of Cups reversed and starting over, with the Nine of Pentacles sovereign, without an offer of time, money, or effort. And again, we could be dealing with a painful death or an ending that's very difficult. We have the Ten of Pentacles upright, though, the family, business, or community. So there's a lot of abundance there. But a frustrated Page of Swords reversed. And the High Priestess, or a strong player. Falling short on energy, though. As the Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles both reversed here, perhaps don't agree with the King of Pentacles reversed, stressing out the Queen of Swords reversed, who may be trying to bring guidance, and the Queen of Swords is definitely losing their patience there. And now in the crowning position at 1156, which is Justice again with alignment of the Two of Swords, which I think the Two of Swords was reversed in this read. But the Two of Swords is all about being in your knowing and keeping your energy clear, or pretending you don't know so you don't have to deal with this situation. And when that Two of Swords is reversed, it becomes clear the decision's been made, but mentally it can knock you off balance. Oh, I'm not finding it. Of course, when I'm looking for one card, I can never see it. Where'd you go, Two of Swords? It's upright. So it is upright. All right, so someone might be keeping to themselves there with that. The Two of Pentacles reversed is a need to surrender to all that is, working hard but still out in the cold, as the Six of Cups soulmates, the Page of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Emperor all reversed here. an innocent one taking down one after the other. And this really, it's very similar to the energy of the Queen's Gambit, right? Where she's the little young female who's taking down all these men. Perhaps facing fears of dropping the ball. In the energetic exchange with the Five of Wands, of perhaps screwing up in front of a group of peers, a wake-up call to end an emotional cycle, or family dissatisfaction with the Ten of Cups reversed here. The Star is reversed, the need to heal or dream. There can be depression there too, but resistant Knight of Pentacles is coming up here, that stubborn energy of not wanting to move or work, keeping to themselves or their energy clear, looking back with the Magician here, impatient, one-to-one, feeling disconnected from this one-to-one connection here. And this could be someone who is an impatient, so they're disconnected literally. So soon here is guidance upright, the Lovers upright. Perhaps one falls short and the other is then sad to see them go. Their dreams dashed, but no options here, where their eggs were all put into one basket. Perhaps depressed or stressed, not sleeping or losing patience, as the fallen angel perhaps, or a marriage that falls apart. The twin flames seeing themselves as the Five of Pentacles upright, the Hermit in the Mary Magdalene cave, home of the broken heart, with the Hierophant guidance of Taurus, pushed to the limit, drained and coming clean, in need of a vacation or just to clean up a bit or clean up their act, while it's slow, having time to get in shape, or wake up to start over and win, or have it all. The Ten of Pentacles, heaven on earth. With 13 of 14 of goals and judgment, and the need to transition and a wake-up call and losing patience. Around the twins or how they're seen is the detoxing Queen of Wands reversed, with Magician not letting her off the hook. Uncomfortable with the King of Swords upright withholding. Perhaps he's playing hardball with them, and it's 1223 at that line, which is hanging out with the King of Wands. And then 28 is the Twin Flames again. With the Strength card upright, the King of Wands upright, broken or taken and not sharing, ready to birth through the Ring of Fire as we're soon to go through another eclipse. We have Sag upright and reversed here, with Leo upright and Cancer reversed. The Higher Self upright here, perhaps reviews at night or looking back at romance, Cancer, full moon. The Scorpio Tower and sudden awakening, imprisoned with the Queen of Swords reversed, keeping to themselves for peace of mind. With the World upside down or 5D Justice, with Pisces reversed and Libra upright, and the Nine of Pentacles sovereign, with the Page of Wands reversed, child of a split or divide. The Higher Self and is home here, not sleeping with lover or on the warpath about indigo proposing. The Higher Self union, awake to divine lover, broken in by magic indigo, perhaps with a diamond, or the white pawn. For the Nine of Pentacles upright to come together, we have the Nine of Pentacles is upright, the Nine of Cups, as far as emotional sovereignty, is reversed. But them joining in joy, because that could be someone no longer wanting to be alone after mastering their own sovereignty emotionally. So the Nine of Pentacles upright with the Nine of Cups reversed, join in joy to rise above the crowd. The Divine Feminine flame with flame in hand, as the Divine Masculine builds crystal steps to bridge to her door. With the Nine of Pentacles upright and the Eight of Pentacles upright, he thinks he just needs just one more. At 1241 is the Hanging Man and the Ace of Cups. Needing clarity for the wounded warrior to surrender, the Page of Pentacles reversed in need of inspiration, or the divide that happens to force the wounded warrior into surrender, right? When people don't like change, the universe comes around and kicks their butt to force them into change. And perhaps the Fire to kickstart the Page of Pentacles reversed in need of help. Where the Wheel is reversed and the Lovers is upright, the wheel must slow down as we go from Libra into Scorpio to give lovers a moment. Perhaps a Libra wanes the lovers, as Libra, the sign that we're in now, wanes, the lovers appear at 2:14, which is Valentine's Day. But it's talking about now from Libra to Scorpio. The 2 is the Divine Feminine, the 14 is that higher love of the Temperance card, and the Twin Flames with the Knight of Cups reversed After the Six of Cups new moon romance, the Page of Swords reversed may be a very immature communication or none at all. Perhaps that causes things to slow down, to shift in a twist of fate for the Six of Wands journeyman to get back on the horse after the Knight of Cups reversed felt rejected, to stand up for self and fend off all others, for a time out to daydream and be love, as the hermit in the Mary Magdalene cave, feeling the ice and Isis is, detoxing the shadow or web from the past, or perhaps you're just clearing old spider webs from the corners. Cleared out. For divine justice, justice comes up here. Divine justice is the two vine Jew's path of ice. The challenge being starting over with guidance and strength to birth through the ring of fire with a rebel yell, and the need to surrender to the pain of that last push, right, when you're pushing out a baby, to get you through. Like a difficult poop. It has to come out in the end. There is no other way unless you want to be cut. To get to higher self and union, to rise where land meets sea, and that was coming up as L and C, left and at the right angle, and 1, 2, 3 leap. To lovers leap without movement, or in other words, the moment before. That 0 point energy, the indigo proposes a diamond light to sovereign catch. And then I was getting make me a match, buy me a buy, catch me a catch, matchmaker, matchmaker. And matchmaker is match, which is a flame maker. The flame maker is the heart breaker. To put on the brakes to make love. For goodness sake, coming together, no longer alone, after the satisfaction is the afterglow of rising above the fame, the success, the attention, and the need to be busy organizing things, or just organization, and make things just so, right? They don't need to be perfect all the time. So we have 232, which is interesting too, because root 232 goes to new hope. And that's the divine feminine, higher self with the journey. The Six of Cups romance, the Page of Swords reversed, Libra in their chart perhaps, slows down to give attention to the twin flame, to go back for forgiveness, perhaps thanksgiving. Forgiveness is forgiveness at Thanksgiving, a time of giving. Rejection, jealousy, moodiness, inability to be loved, or play with their emotions, and this is the apology that's coming through. Justice is blind with a need to surrender to all that is, to start over, accept love, as the hermit in the Mary Magdalene cave is without guidance, or is with guidance, perhaps married, committed. We're talking about the Mary Magdalene cave. Married and committed to detox or dust the corners, to lighten them up, to freshen up and be strong, with higher self at home and in union, when not sleeping with lover, or awakening to come out to lover about brokenness, or a breakup, a breakdown, a break in, out, or through. To come into the magician embodiment and propose sovereignty, independence, and joy, no longer happy being alone, but with flame in hand and floating like a hot air balloon, or a bubble perhaps, and working to align, or the push, in other words, with the crystals or crystals, or to be Christ-like, and the gravitational pull at 241, which then reflects the 214 of Valentine's Day, the one for all and all for one. So after I did this, the sounds of the chakra system had come up on my Instagram earlier today. So I went into the Lam Vam Ram Yam Ham Om and silence of the seventh chakra. But Om is OM, but it's also AUM. And it's really the AUM kind of breaks down the vowel sounds for you, where Om is the quick version, right? So Om is the Om, right? The Om. There's first. So it's really the La-Om, the Va-Om, the Ra-Om, the Ya-Om, the Ha-Om, and then the Om, and then the silence, which is just the M then, which is for me co-creation at the top, which makes perfect sense. So the only thing that changes is the first letter, really, until we get to the third eye and the crown. So we have L, V, R, Y, H, O, U, and then M. as the third eye in the crown. So I broke down each word for all their meanings to understand the relationship between the chakra systems according to the sounds. It was very interesting what came up. So the first letter of each one, the L, V, R, Y, H, A, U, and then M, comes up as the LVR as the lover, and the HAUM as the harnessed energy of the Y, which is the 0 point field. So it was interesting because numbers only came up in the definitions for Lam, Vam, and Ram, the first three chakras. And the sacral chakra came up as the number 8 as the dance between the 4 and 400 of the Lam, or the Lamb, and the 6 or 600 of the Ram, okay, which is the young ram and then the grown-up ram, which we're talking about. I talk about Pinocchio for the masculine all the time. So it's kind of funny that came up as my vision. So there's this relationship between the root and the solar plexus there, and again talking about the lower energies, and then the sacral chakra, which of course is the birthing chakra area. And so this is, I'm going to tell you from all the definitions, this is the message that came out of all this. And by the way, AU in all of them is gold, which gold always comes up for me as God, the Ancient One. And then M is the 1, 1, and the V in the middle, which is co-creation. So this is the message that came up from all that. The lamb to the ram, and then to the ham, which is the throat chakra. The dance with a lot of source support between the ego, between the 400 and 600 is the 8 dance. The root chakra coming up is simple, water, and word. And those two over there, the boring green veggies, the reed leaf versus the raw or rough leaf, dancing with wow in the sacral chakra of the I and me and the son-in-law, barking, howling, and crossing the stream where it's shallow, right, referencing the lower chakra system, at the solar plexus, and then skipping a beat, or skipping over the heart, to get to the ham, to ham it up a bit. But at yam, or the heart, it gets complicated, as the sun shines and opens to raise noble you, in a positive way, the whole of support, to spread your wings and fly as a butterfly with support and mossy green plants. The barking continues or connects between the sacral and the throat. Both are the I am, but the we is in the throat from the me down under. The breath and the essence, the cord and the stone, Sophia's tone, bewitched, and lazy woods, and Snow White, which is funny, right? Because the woodsman and Snow White, insisting on being heard above his bark, unable to see with eyes. So then the third one opens up in the now, in the forehead, to birds